Hello guys, so today we are going to be doing Infected Part 5. Let's get into it. Well, Infected Part 4.8. This isn't a full part. So there's just some soldiers trying to kill the Semi-Titan. Obviously, it doesn't work. The first one gets smashed to death. And the second one is about to be killed by a glorious sword. But before he unfortunately gets killed, he announces the new Titan. He is a lot stronger than the Semi. And he's easily able to kill the Semi-Titan. And if that wasn't enough for the Semi, it really isn't gonna be the only thing the Semi has to face. There is a giant dinosaur here also. Do not ask me why that's there. But thing about it is that the dinosaur isn't really powerful. He's kind of just big. So he can't really do anything. Matter of fact, the Semi-Titan actually overpowers him. But a Semi-Titan, even in a 3.0 form, cannot compete against a Titan. So this goes about how you expected. Yeah. And the poor dino, yeah. He was a scrapped idea in the end. They actually produced more than one dino, however. So when that one failed, they had another one. But that one was far less strong, so they didn't really expect much. But there's something to help, at least. But this one actually is kind of more precise with aiming. So obviously he does do some damage. But even in his 3.0 form, he cannot stand up to this guy. He really can't. So this goes about how well as you expected, really, to be honest. Yeah. To make it better, the dinosaur also had like this flame thing, a flame helicopter. So this went around like as a kamikaze bomb. And the Titan can direct freaking missiles with its radar. See this guy on top? With that plane, he's barely alive, but he can send a nuclear bomb to the Semi-Titan. So the Titan flees the area. And the Semi-Titan thinks he won the war, basically. He thinks he won. He just has to deal with a weak dinosaur. But Semi-Titan realizes that is not it. He doesn't realize that he only left because of a nuclear bomb. And unfortunately, the dino was not alerted about the nuclear bomb. So
Are you kidding me? I actually received 100,000 Robux. At first, I actually thought it was a scam. But after playing it myself, I realized it really gives you Robux. This game is really
scam. It's a scam, obviously. before you know it, the dinosaur, poor dinosaur, is absolutely engulfed in flames. And the Semi-Titan has absolutely freaking exploded. So now, you might think it's over for the infected side. They just lost one of their Semi-Titans. But not really. See, let me show you the warriors basically on each side. Yet, we have him for the infecteds. I haven't shown you guys some of these, but there's going to be a lot more. VX1, that's VX2. Yeah. Look at the Alliance side. There seems to be a lot more. Not really. So here we got the Omnibots really as the warriors. Here is the first variant of the Omnibot. A lot stronger than the first Omnidroid, but they actually kind of stopped doing Omnidroids except Project Chronos. That's pretty strong. Here's the 3.0 version. And the 3.0 version was upgraded to be more durable and stronger. This was the Semi-Titan version. Yeah. And regulars cannot really be Semi-Titans. Look at this. Look at them compared to this guy, man. Look at them. Yeah. That's why they're like the warriors of the side. Actually, including that, we should include these people. I mean, they're not really warriors, but they're 3 times bigger than a regular person and a mounted machine gun. It isn't much for their arsenal, but I believe it is enough to go on the warrior list. It is enough, actually, to go on the warrior list. But he's the weakest warrior, if he even is a warrior. So there's going to be a 4.0 version, and he might stand up to this guy. Oh yeah, they also have the upgraded version. They also have the upgraded regular variant. It's a stronger variant of the regular. It's called the regular infected 2.0. I mean, let's compare it to a regular human. He's big. He's big compared to a regular human. But looking at the first infected, how like the infecteds look, basically, he isn't really that bigger in size. So yeah. Also, he has a light head, which can really be broken easily. Yeah. So that's like his weak spot. But the light is actually protecting his real face, so it's just a thing that can withstand up to auto pistol, and it cannot withstand all of the other guns except the water gun, obviously. So yeah. That's the end of the video. Yeah, and also, when he strikes a person, for some reason, he gets damaged too. Like, when he strikes hard, he gets damaged too. So, striking isn't even good for him. These are not warriors. These are not warriors. That is not warriors. These are the stronger guys of the Alliance. Well, the other one is the Alliance. As there are 2 races. There are more races here, but all of them are infected. Some of them are these, though. We also have the let me show you the races, basically. We have Doomsday variants. And we have these variants. Ad. Let's just go through the ad. Alright. Here we go. There. So, let me show you the people for each side. This side, okay, we're gonna delete all of this warrior shenanigans. Well, not really shenanigans, but just delete the warrior thing, man. I just gotta delete warriors. Those are like the strong people for each side. Let's get to the sides, though. There will be another side in the future, but not much people will see its appearance since they're not going to really do anything. So here is the regulars. They appear a lot, but in the early war they don't really appear because they aren't really that strong to appear, I'm being honest. So, as you know, if the regular soldiers, if they fire for too long, their gun kind of moves. Let me show you with the machine gun, for example. That's why I feel like the larger can give rebirth. This guy can handle the machine gun easily. But let's check what happens when a large unit tries to handle the machine gun. Here. A large unit on the infected side. It spins all over the place. It's really because that guy is a soldier and he's meant to do guns, but it's called mounted for a reason. So this side focuses on quantity, as they have small guns, not much things, but they still do pack a punch. But if you want someone to send a couple small soldiers out because all of your warriors are damaged, you're going to want to pick the other side. Because this side, they can get damaged very easily. And there is a lot of them, so by plot, they're gonna get nerfed. Here is the regular side guy. This is actually the commander of that side. Let me show you the regular soldiers of that side. Here we go. So anyone would reference this, really. But I'm using them as like soldiers on each side. So here. The regular soldier here is quite versatile. But they usually come with traps and such. Like mounted somewhere. It's quite odd, but they do come with those. And now the officer, most of the time, arms their troops. So instead of looking like this, they're going to be looking like this, with multiple stacks of armor stacked on top of each other. Because they can. Let me show you an example. These people in the war will have nearly every single type of armor on them. Because there's like 50 soldiers of this side. But they're like 20 times better in engineering than the other side per each person. So a single soldier on each side is highly developed. So they're kind of like the guys that you can send out in the war, knowing that it will be a hard time for the others. Now the other side has good armor, but it cannot withstand up to a submachine gun. See what this guy can withstand up to. Take a machine gun for the test. A freaking machine gun. That's basically what will always happen. They are bulletproof up to a freaking machine gun. And a machine gun is the most powerful gun even the elites have. And when you try to hit him, let's say he got into a bad fight, he's injured. Let's say that. Well, obviously if he was injured, he would get treated automatically. But, see? He has a freaking parachute. They are super strong. Whether you think so or not. I wonder what happened right there. But in every single test, they will beat a Doomsday Soldier. The only way where the Doomsday Soldier has a chance is if it's physical combat. Let's say the Doomsday Soldier is attempting to fight a large infected. A regular infected, actually. Would he win? Of course not. The infected can control their body parts after they are chopped off for a short amount of time, and the Doomsday Soldier would easily fall. Easily fall. Now, let's look at this soldier. This soldier is stacked with every single freaking armor there is known to man. As the scientists don't have much soldier, but they have the best engineering program, and the other people have 5,000 people, but this place only has 50 through 40, and half. At the end of the series, this is the only race, because they send out their soldiers, and these races are very powerful. And in any scenario, they would be carrying a machine gun at best. But let's say if they are in combat training against this guy, they will always carry a machete. Always carry something that is strong. Mainly because they can, and their race is very strong. But this is their secondary. And only hand-to-hand combat, well, in the series, they would never go hand-to-hand. You know, he has blood all over him right now. So let's go hand-to-hand combat. He performs a lot better than the others do, even when he has an injured foot. He has an injured foot. The infected attempts to hurt him, but he still manages to fight back. They prefer quality over quantity. I don't know what else to say.